die after I'd been shot. I left the gang after the gang left me. I tried to go straight. I did. Then I got me more trouble.
You can't change, John!
You don't do deals with outlaws, boy.
Yeah, you do! You are the bounty hunter, huh? Your country loves to make trouble in mine. Perhaps you come to hunt me, huh?
You always did have a high opinion of yourself, John.
This is America, where a lying, cheating degenerate can prosper.
What will you do now, Mr. Marston?
Now I'm gonna take my time and go after him the less kind way.
It's gonna be a bloody job.
I don't know any other kind.
I was right all along. Savage heart cannot be conventionally civilized.
The first one is Red Dead Redemption is an adventure game developed by Rockstar San Diego. It is an open-world adventure game with action and shooter elements. Players are immersed in the American Wild West in the early 20th century. The game world includes various terrains such as deserts, forests, mountains, cities, and trains. Players take on the role of a former mobster named John Marston who must work with the government to help them capture his former accomplices and gang members. You can move around the game world on a horse, fight other characters, use weapons, hunt animals, and complete various tasks. There is also a multiplayer mode that includes co-op missions and competitions. The game has excellent graphics and sound effects that immerse players in the atmosphere of the Wild West. All in all, Red Dead Redemption is a unique game that invites players to immerse themselves in the world of the Wild West and experience many adventures.
Come on!
Ezio Auditor. Brave of you to stand alone against me, but also quite foolish. Assassin.
Second Assassin's Creed Brotherhood is an action-adventure game developed by Ubisoft Montreal. Brotherhood continues the story started in the previous installment of Assassin's Creed 2 and continues the adventures of the protagonist Ezio Auditore in Italy. Players get to explore Rome during the Renaissance, which is recreated in the game in great detail. New gameplay elements have been added to the game, such as the ability to hire and command assassins, an improved combat system, new weapons and abilities. A multiplayer mode has also appeared, in which players can fight each other in various modes using the skills of the assassins. The game has high-quality graphics and sound design, which create the atmosphere of medieval Rome. Overall, Assassin's Creed Brotherhood is a continuation of the famous series that has improved and expanded the gameplay, added new elements, and offered players new adventures in the world of Italy.
The body of Jeremy Bowles was found this morning on a patch of wasteland in the East End at about 6:30 a.m., 5 days after he was reported missing. An autopsy will be conducted tomorrow to determine the exact cause of death, but going from first indications, it would seem that he drowned. The state in which the body was found suggests the methodology of the origami killer. Heavy Rain is an interactive cinematic game developed by Quantic. It is an interactive cinematic game where players can influence the plot and character development. Players play as several characters trying to find a serial killer known as the Origami Killer. Players must make decisions and act according to the situation in order to solve the mystery of the killer. The gameplay of Heavy Rain consists of a series of scenes in which players must perform various activities such as dialogues with characters, exploring the area, solving puzzles, and performing actions in action scenes. The game uses a QTE system in which the player must quickly press certain buttons on the screen in order to perform a certain action or avoid danger. The game has excellent graphics and sound design, which create the atmosphere of a thriller movie. Depending on the decisions made by the player, the story can develop in different ways and have different endings. All in all, Heavy Rain is a unique game that invites players to immerse themselves in an interactive and immersive story that depends on the decisions made by the player.
The Deerfest guests have already started to arrive. This is KBF-FM, and now some music.
Wow, it's gorgeous, Alan. Her own private island.
Alice? Cauldron Lake is a special place.
Darkness will consume everything.
We're not voting here.
It's all in your head.
Who are you?
Fourth Alan Wake is a psychological thriller game developed by Remedy Entertainment. Players play as writer Alan Wake, who comes to Bright Falls to write a new book. However, after his wife disappears, he begins to explore the city in order to find her and uncover the mystery that is engulfing the city. The gameplay of Alan Wake consists of a combination of action shooter and survival elements, in which players use light to fight the dark forces that are trying to destroy Alan. The use of light is a key element of the gameplay. Players must explore the world, find sources of light, and use them to fight dark forces.
The game features an investigative element in which players must collect diaries, notes, and other items in order to solve the mystery of Bright Falls. The game has amazing graphics and sound design that create the atmosphere of a psychological thriller. The game is divided into series-like episodes, which adds elements of intrigue and suspense to the game. All in all, Alan Wake is a gripping story with unique gameplay that requires the use of light to fight dark forces, as well as amazing graphics and sound design.
There was chaos. Our victory brought order to the land. Prosperity to mankind. Now, that order is threatened. The sacred halls of Olympus have been breached. Brothers, in the end, he will suffer. In the end, we will triumph. In the end,
there will be only chaos.
Fifth God of War 3 is an action-adventure game developed by the Santa Monica studio. Players play as Kratos, the former god of war, who travels to Olympus to kill Zeus and stop his violent actions. The gameplay of God of War 3 consists of a combination of action shooter and RPG elements in which players fight enemies using weapons and magic. The game features a complex combat combo system that allows players to perform unique attacks and combinations. God of War 3 has huge and epic bosses that are key moments in the game. It also has stunning graphics and sound design that create an atmosphere of epic battles and battles. The camera in God of War 3 is placed behind Kratos, which allows players to better experience the atmosphere of the game. Many weapons are available to players, including artifacts and weapons of the gods, which provide unique abilities and abilities. All in all, God of War 3 is a captivating action-adventure game with stunning graphics and sounds, a complex combat combo system, huge bosses, and a variety of weapons that allows players to immerse themselves in the epic world of Greek mythology.